For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future.
Being wise is better than being strong. Yes, knowledge is more important.
Being wise is better than being strong. Knowledge is more important than strength. After all, you must make careful plans before you fight a battle. The more good advice you get, the more likely you are to win. Wise sayings are deep for stupid people to understand. I'm Jamal McKinney, man.
I'm the Reverend Point Blank, and welcome to another episode of the Reverend Point Blank podcast. I'm sitting here with Jamal, Khalid, McKinney. This brother is magnanimous in many of the things that he's done. He's been from the bottom to the top and back down again. We're going to talk with him for a minute and find out what it takes, how he did it, and how you can do it too. Jamal, talk to me, man.
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Everything's good. I can't complain.
Hey, complaining will be pointless, man.
So, one of the things that, I was more interested in when I met you several years ago, that you had a dream, you had a desire to do some things, you wanted to get some things done, and you wanted to be out of the muck and the mire of the confusion of the world. And I saw that, but you were trapped in it. It was holding on to you. One side was pulling one way, and the other side was pulling the other way. And we talked about those things in our last interview. But tell us quickly what happened that got you in that. Please. It's important because many of our listeners, they're in some of those things. They would never know that you were in some of the things you were in. So tell us right quick. Talk to me.
It was just really, I had to stop thinking about things that you can't take with you when you was dead. I was worrying about different things and wasn't worrying about reality. I was treating time like it was promised to me. So I got in a situation that I almost lost my life, went to jail for the rest of my life, and just stopped looking at other people's opinion like they was God. I just really started praying more and take everything out of my hands. I know people say if you complain it's pointless, but my mind, everybody has a mind. So you can say, oh, well, you're not gonna do this, you're gonna do it. Your mama told you you're gonna jump off the bed, you're gonna jump off the bed when she's not around.
Yeah.
I learned I had to go through things to learn on my own.
Well, as I recall, one of the things, the subjects we were talking about when I met you was that very thing. The conversation was about why you're in that situation, why you're doing it, what it's going to cost you to stay in it, what it has already cost you being in it. And from the conversation that we had, it was amazing to me because you weren't where you are now, but you have grown exponentially. You've been to jail since that time. You've been married since that time. You've been through a bunch of things. And this is a part of life. And Jamal could tell you a little bit better, but that's what life is. That's how you get strong. I call life the gym. You want to get some muscles, you have to know how big you want to be, you have to know what size you want to be, and you have to know how to train. And when you train, it's going to hurt.
That's true.
So when you go through the struggles that you went through, it hurt. Mm-hmm. It hurt you in such a way that you didn't like it. It gave you muscles, but it didn't give you the kind of muscles that you really needed at the time, but it did because it made you understand what you don't need to be doing and the effects of it. And so you turn those same muscles into doing something positive. Tell me about it.
I had to treat life like school. Preschool got you ready for elementary. And elementary got you ready for middle school. Middle school got you ready to start working and to eventually be on your own and be an adult. So in my life, I had a turnaround that it was like, instead of saying, oh, I became this because of that person, I had to realize every day when you wake up in the morning, you get a chance and a choice. The choices that you make is off the chance that you're given. Some people get a million chances.
Yeah.
Some people, life can cost them. It can cost them just off that one choice that they choose to make off that chance. So I started really stop going off the slogan that I'm used to, because things that people teach you when you're used to, you take it as a habit. So when people be like, oh, you only live once, now you only die once.
Here's one I like. You get in where you fit in. See, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I think you should get in where you belong.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So that's what I started doing. I started going to places I was appreciated, and just instead of places that people just like, oh, okay, we need him around. Yeah, one to flunky. I always been a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the point when I made it down to the bottom, I let my pride get the best of me. Like, pride come before the fall.
Your feeling.
Yeah, so I think with my feelings in my heart. Your heart is going to always lead you to the things that you want. And like God said, things that you want is not the things that you need.
Yeah, we talked about the feelings before. Now, there are 5 things that most people in this world follow. It look good, it smell good, it tastes good, it smell good, and it sound good. They follow those 5 senses, and in all their lives, many of them don't have the 6th sense, which is common sense, what to do with the 5 they have. You have to have direction with your senses. You have to have direction with all your movement. You have to have direction with the person you date, with the job you pick, even if you're using a job to get to a place, but you have to have a destination in life. And you have written several books. You're working on some movies, and these movies are to inspire people and let them know pretty much what you've been through so they don't have to go through it. So first of all, I want to know what made you write the first book? What's the name of the first book, first of all?
The first book that I wrote was Homeboys to Blood.
Okay.
And
why'd you write that book? Does the title speak for itself?
Yeah.
Homeboys to Blood. Tell me why you wrote that book.
Homeboys to Blood was just like how people go off something that they was taught. Some people are taught like, oh, this your family because they got a last name. If your brothers ain't your friend and your friends ain't your brothers, it'll never be real, because there's some people who really got the same mama and daddy and hate each other. So it was just really off homeboys to blood. Everybody is brothers and sisters.
Right.
Only thing that they try to train and separate is, oh yeah, he's black and he's white, or he's Christian and he's Muslim. But at the end of the day, we are all going towards the same thing.
So are you saying that, if I'm hearing the title, Homeboys to Blood, is that the blood in the streets for some homeboys? Some homeboys who are real family homeboys? Am I hearing that? I mean,
it's even like people, like, all right, one of my things is, all right, like some people are just too strict on some things. You can't just be Bible. Some people are street but has no wisdom and knowledge. Some people sell drugs and have no directions. When you don't have, God always put everything first. Like, before you go find your foundation, you gotta have a blueprint. So with my thing with the Homeboys to Blood, it was just like, I got friends that's pastors. I got friends who police officers. I got friends in the streets. Homeboys to Blood is, don't go off the things you want. Go around the things that you need.
So don't follow your feelings.
Don't follow your feelings. Because I got homeboys who shouldn't have never been my homeboys.
Right.
They was my homeboys because I cared for them.
Yeah.
But when you care for a person, the best thing is distance. Because they can't die for you.
Well, the point is, you and I are farmers. Many of you are farmers. And whatever you say and do are seeds. You plant them on the hearts of people. And that's the ground. What's in their head is the weather. But if you don't know what you're growing, then you're going to have to struggle to learn how to be a better farmer for who you are. So where can we get that book?
You can get Homeboys to Blood on Amazon. Hurt People is about hurting and healing. That's by Jamal Khalid on Amazon. Future Movies, I got...
Wait, before you say that, you wrote another book. And this was right after Homeboys to Blood.
Yes, sir.
So what was that one? What's the title of that one?
That's called Hurt People.
Okay, so I heard you mention it earlier. So how does that attach to Homeboys of Blood? Tell me.
Hurt people attached because some people don't live in their truths. If you macho and I'm macho, I have to keep being more macho than you. So hurt people. If you hadn't hurt and he hadn't hurt, y'all friendship is still unbalanced because y'all not teaching each other to elevate to the next level. You can't teach me nothing. I can't teach you nothing. I'm just teaching you who to be more tougher. So hurt people is about relationships, about religion. The wrong pastor might taught you something and you be like, oh, he was so holy, but he did this. But at the end of the day, he's still human. Temptation is still real. Karma is still real. Lust is still real.
Yes.
It just come in different forms, shapes, sizes.
Yeah.
So
It just basically comes down to chances and choices again. But those choices that you make should be relevant to something. If it's just the money, if it's just the greed, if it's just the power position, it's not gonna last. But if you're using those things to get you to your purpose in life, the one that where your gifts are buried inside of you. Most people don't spend enough time to find it. We talked about that earlier. You printed some other books, but we were talking today about finding your purpose. Using all those 5 senses to do what your purpose needs, because you're in charge. You are triune God. You're spiritual, mental, and physical. Your spiritual controls your mental tells your body what to do. And so we've been through that, and since you've been doing that, you found that spending time doing what you're supposed to do or anything will come true. Whether you want to rob a bank or whether you want to build an empire. And so in doing that, you started writing a book on your life. The second book, you wrote another book. What's it called?
Hurt people.
And the next one after that?
It's called The Prophet Pastor.
Okay, now tell me briefly what that is.
The Prophet Pastor he's a young man who grew up in church and he kept going to jail and started learning knowledge, so he ended up learning about Malcolm X's legacy. So he ended up getting out, studying Islam all of his life, but he grew up a PK, a preacher's kid. So he knew the Bible, but he also knew a whole lot of people because he was popular because he used to box. So he used to listen to people gossip, and he started going to churches acting like a fake prophet, and didn't know it was really a gift. All of the people who was coming to him as like with problems, he was really an intercessor. But by him only being one-track minded, he didn't pay attention to religion because it was forced on him. And that's sometimes how rules is. If a rule is forced on you, of course you're going to break it. But it takes for you to break the rule and have to face the consequence to realize why that rule is important.
Well, now that's a true story. It's not always relative to everybody, because I know it's gonna burn me if I stick my hand in the fire. I know I'm gonna go to jail if I do this. I know if I lie to this person, it's gonna hurt somebody. I know these things. So just the simple word of truth is what's helping you get through. And you got that truth knowing that these things don't work. These lies and deception and all these movements don't work. So you got how many movies you working on? I mean, let's not get into each one of them, but I want to talk about what
I got 3 right now that should be on the way. Well, it's really.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry. Where can we get all 3 of these books?
On Amazon.
On Amazon. And say that again.
It's Hurt People. Homeboys the Blood by Marcus McKinney and The Prophet Pastor by Jamal McKinney.
Oh, so you all of them got the same name? If we put up just the name with your...
Yeah, you pull up Marcus McKinney on Amazon, or even if you put in Marcus McKinney on your Chrome or Google, Homeboys the Blood is going to pop up.
Okay,
If you go to Amazon and do Jamal, Khalid, Hurt People, it'll pop straight up. It's on ebook, and the website is already up. We're just waiting on the merchandise to get put up.
Okay, we're going to close out with this because I think every life does. Where do you want to end your life? What do you want to see have happened before you leave? What do you want to have done before you leave off this planet, because death is guaranteed. The life we're in now is not. The moments we have are, but next few moments are not. We hope for them, we pray for them, and we have faith in them. So what is it that you want to be said about Jamal Khalid? What is it you want to be said when you leave here physically? Because I don't know Dr. King, I don't know Harriet Tubman, I know Hitler, I don't know him, but I know what he lived for, I know what they lived for, so it's either going to be one or the other. And you're going to die that second death when your name is spoken for the last time on this planet. So what do you want your name to be spoken? How do you want it to be said?
I want my name to be carried on like a movie and not just a short conversation, not a short film. Like I want my name to be able to prove to people that you can be like Michael Jordan, you can be like LeBron, but they're gonna always name the thing that you are better than them. Yeah, he played basketball like LeBron and Michael Jordan, but the boy can jump this far. Nobody ever did it. I want people to not look at me to show that my past did not affect my present. My present.
Well, your past did affect it because it made you stronger.
It made me stronger, but I didn't let my hurt dictate my future.
And a lot of people do that, and that's why when the mother dies or something, they go into a funk and they start drinking or doing drugs, you know. And when my mother passed away, I got really deep into living my life for her. Mm-hmm. So it's a different kind of thing. So Jamal, how can we get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me on Facebook under Jamal Khalid. On Instagram is Jamal McKinney 219. My email is love is LUV, No Love City Publishing 219 at Gmail. And you can find me on YouTube under Jamal McKinney, The World versus Jamal Khalid, Me versus Me, Hurt People.
Yeah.
And just got a different variety of music. It's for church, it's for club, it's for everybody, and it's just all feelings.
And at some point, you're going to be able to go to the website and see everything because they're working on it right now. Jamal, it's always a pleasure to have you. I had a great time with you last time. I can't wait to see and have a conversation with you about the things you're talking about right now that you're going to be doing. And I'll be honest with you, if you don't have a direction in life, you're just a servant. You're serving somebody for their dream or their vision. All of us have been given treasures, a treasure chest, if you will, inside of us, but none of us spend the time, most of us don't spend the time to look for it because we're so busy following our feelings. That look good, that smell good, that taste good, that sound good, and that feel good. Jamal has learned.
And to finish on what he say about the feelings, if you put a king in a circus, the circus don't turn into a palace. The king turns into a clown. So if you know you're a king and you know that being around this person can tarnish your image, you cannot die for a person. A person can't take your sickness, you can't take their sickness. Always put yourself first, and that's what's gonna make a person respect you. When you love yourself first, put God first and put yourself first, and then help others. But you can't help others and you're in a situation. Right. And don't think just because you have flaws about you that you can't be great. It was 12 apostles and they all had flaws. So use your flaws as your greatness, because when you meet the next person, you graduated in your flaws. So when it's done with it and you done with it, you go, oh yeah, I used to do this. I can help you.
In other words, stay away from all bullshit. Stay away from all negative people. Stay away from people that don't fit with what you do. Now, if you're a thief, hang around thieves. Mm-hmm. If you're not a thief and you hang around thieves, you're going to learn how to steal. Mm-hmm. If you hang around firemen, you're going to learn about fire trucks. You hang around doctors, you're going to learn doctors, sutures, and scalpels. If you hang around gay people, well, that's going to be your thing. Y'all going to be doing it. So you have to put yourself, it's a fact.
Definitely a fact.
You have to put yourself, surround yourself with those people. And if you keep being around those people that you're always around that are negative, that are not going anywhere, that are not doing anything, you are going to waste your life, your time, which is the most valuable asset you own. Nothing on earth is more valuable than it. Jamal, Khalid, Thank you very much, my brother.
My man.
I appreciate you. We'll talk again. We'll see you guys next time.
Next time, holla at you.
Peace.
Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future. Pass the war!